Good day, viewers, and welcome back to Trending Update USA. I'm your anchor, Steffan, bringing you the latest in sports and trending headlines. Today, we turn our attention to one of the brightest rising stars in women's tennis, Mirra Andreeva. And what makes today's story particularly fascinating is that Serena Williams' former coach, Mouratoglou, has stepped forward with strong words about the way fans are viewing this teenage sensation. According to Mouratoglou, many tennis fans have got it completely wrong about Mirra Andreeva, and his comments are sparking widespread debate across the tennis world. Let's break it down. Mirra Andreeva, at just 17 years old, has already captured the imagination of tennis fans worldwide. Known for her fearless style of play, her composure beyond her years, and her ability to stand tall against seasoned professionals, Andreeva has quickly emerged as one of the most promising young players on the WTA Tour. She's already claimed big wins, reached the second week of Grand Slams, and has shown she belongs at the top level. But according to Mouratoglou, the longtime coach who guided Serena Williams during many of her Grand Slam victories and also worked with stars like Simona Halep and Holger Rune, people are misjudging Andreeva in a major way. Mouratoglou says the narrative around Mirra, that she's simply a young prodigy riding momentum, is shallow and does not capture the true depth of her talent, mindset, and maturity. Mouratoglou argues that Mirra isn't just another teen sensation who will fade after the initial spotlight. Instead, he believes she possesses something far greater, a combination of intelligence, strategic thinking, and emotional control that is rare even among top professionals. In his words, Mirra Andreeva is not just promising, she is already one of the smartest players on tour, and that's what many fans are overlooking. To understand Mouratoglou's point, we need to look at the common perception. When a teenager bursts onto the tennis scene, fans and media tend to categorize them as raw talents with explosive energy, often carried by momentum, adrenaline, and youthful fearlessness. We saw this narrative with players like Coco Gauff, Emma Raducanu, and even earlier with the likes of Maria Sharapova when she won Wimbledon at 17. Many assume such players thrive on being young and bold, but might lack the patience and tactical nuance needed to sustain long-term success. But Mouratoglou says that narrative does not apply to Mirra Andreeva. What sets her apart, according to him, is her extraordinary tennis IQ. He notes that even in high-pressure situations, Andreeva doesn't just swing for the fences or rely on instinct. Instead, she reads the game, studies her opponents, and makes calculated decisions. That kind of awareness, Mouratoglou stresses, is not common for someone her age. For example, during her recent Grand Slam performances, Andreeva has shown a willingness to adapt mid-match, whether that means adding more spin, mixing in drop shots, or choosing to stay patient in long rallies rather than going for risky winners. Mouratoglou highlights that this patience and problem-solving ability is something that reminds him of great champions, players who can adjust their game plan in real time rather than relying solely on power or emotion. Now, why does Mouratoglou believe fans are wrong? Because many are still framing Mirra Andreeva as just another teenager with potential, when in reality, he believes she has already proven she is a contender. In his eyes, fans are underestimating her tactical maturity and overemphasizing her age. By doing so, they risk missing the fact that she may not just be a future champion, she may already be on the path to greatness right now. Let's also remember that Mouratoglou has a unique perspective. He has spent decades observing the very best in tennis. Coaching Serena Williams through her historic dominance gave him a front-row seat to what separates legends from the rest. His endorsement of Andreeva, therefore, carries significant weight. He doesn't give out praise lightly, and when he calls her a special talent with championship qualities, it forces the tennis world to take notice. But Mouratoglou didn't stop there. He also addressed the mental side of the game. According to him, Andreeva's composure is her biggest asset. We've seen young players collapse under the weight of expectations, either cracking under pressure, losing their confidence after tough losses, or burning out due to the demands of the tour. Mirra Andreeva, however, has shown the ability to bounce back quickly, maintain her focus, and keep improving week by week. Mouratoglou insists this resilience is exactly what separates long-term champions from short-term sensations. He even went as far as comparing her mental strength to some of the greatest players in history. While he stopped short of drawing direct parallels to Serena Williams, he did imply that Andreeva's ability to stay calm in big moments reminds him of champions who thrived under the spotlight. Of course, Mouratoglou's comments have sparked discussion among fans and analysts. Some agree with his assessment, noting that Andreeva's game indeed looks far more polished and strategic than that of many teenagers before her. Others, however, caution against too much hype, pointing out that the WTA Tour is full of rising stars, and consistency across years, not months, ultimately determines greatness. Still, whether you agree with Mouratoglou or not, one thing is undeniable: Mirra Andreeva is forcing the tennis world to pay attention. Her rapid rise is no accident. Her combination of technical skill, tactical awareness, and mental toughness is rare. And now, with the backing of one of the most respected coaches in modern tennis, the conversation around her career has shifted from if she will become a star to when she will start winning the biggest trophies. For Mirra herself, the journey is just beginning. At 17, she has time on her side, but she also has the challenge of managing expectations, handling the spotlight, and navigating the grueling tour schedule. The pressure will only increase as more eyes turn toward her. Yet, if Mouratoglou's words are anything to go by, Andreeva has the tools to not just survive but thrive under that pressure. So, what should fans take away from this? Mouratoglou's central message is clear: don't underestimate Mirra Andreeva. She is not just a promising youngster. She is already displaying qualities that define champions. If fans continue to view her only through the lens of age and potential, they might miss the brilliance unfolding right in front of them. As the tennis season rolls on and tournaments continue to test her abilities, all eyes will be on Mirra Andreeva to see whether she can live up to, and perhaps even surpass, the enormous expectations now placed upon her. One thing is certain: with voices like Patrick Mouratoglou sounding the alarm, the tennis world will be watching closely. That's all for now on this edition of Trending Update USA. I'm Steffan, and we'll continue bringing you the latest updates on the biggest names and the brightest rising stars in sports. Stay tuned, and thank you for watching.